Okay, so we have a question by Nick Pumper. He said, finding the middle way, a healthy balance, not swinging so far to one side of the pendulum constantly. I asked him, in what way? And he said, going to extremes of self development followed by extremes of laziness and low thumos. How to keep a smooth, healthy stream that has longevity. Bro, this is a great question. By the way, thanks for the question. I see you here all the time. Um, You've been with me for a while. I hope you're doing okay. If you ever want to talk, I got you. Just let me know. All right, but let me try to help you here just with some stuff that I'm dealing with, dude. Every one of us can relate to this. We're doing what we need to do, and then boom, somehow week goes by where we're just messing up. We're off of the horse. That's winning the race. We just fall off the horse. Okay? And it's followed by these extreme bouts of laziness, procrastination. So, what do we do to solve that? Well, let's just look at what is actually happening. Why do we stop? Because what we're doing is stopping, right? We're stop showing up. We stop giving our best, whether that be in the gym, whether that be at work, whether that be hitting your goals, going to approaching the girls. You just stop. You have these dry spells in life. You stop, okay? And that's what I want to ask is why? Because I know that you guys aren't lazy. I'm not lazy. But why does this happen to us? Here's the answer. Our moral character breaks down. Okay? This is deeper, guys, than just some BS motivation. I'm not Tony Robbins trying to motivate you. It's deeper. Okay? A normie would say, you just stay motivated. You got to have discipline. That's not the case. One thing that we're dealing with here, 2020, first time ever, is a sort of response, the human response to modernity, to civilization. What's happening is this is a response to a breakdown of our moral character. Okay? Don't give me any BS about being motivated, about staying disciplined. That's all nonsense if I'm coming from a place of I'm completely broken down. I don't see the meaning of this. And I don't give a damn. Okay? And that's where a lot of us are. That's where I get sometimes. I'm sure a lot of you do also. Okay? We become broken down, demoralized. You can look at it as demoralized, apathetic. You don't see nothing has any meaning. There's no purpose. Okay? And one way you could think about it is, well, what happens to animals in cages? If you look at the lions in the zoo, what happens to them? Looks like they have they're missing something. They're not that strong lion that we see in the wild. Okay, so it erodes at the very nature of their being. So, well, what do we do about that? Well, there's a few things. We have to fight back. And we don't fight back in the classic way of just being disciplined and waking up early. No. We fight back by keeping ourselves engaged. In order to rise above, well, then you have to get rid of all the shit that's weighing you down. You have to climb out of that. That's going to take a better story, a better narrative that's playing in your head. That's going to take tuning out a lot of the filth that's leaving these impressions on your mind, and it's molding you, it's shaping you into something that you don't like. It's going to take you being super smart and aware of your surroundings, your environment. This isn't some thing that you just give up to chance. Oh, I got an unfair hand in life. No, this is it, dude. And you got to take responsibility. So scoop the nuts and let's get in. Okay? First thing I got to tell you. Okay. Eat breakfast, dude. Simple, practical advice is to eat a hearty breakfast with fats. Okay, healthy fats. So this is what I have every day. I have 6 eggs, whole eggs. I'm gonna have a little bit of butter. Okay, eat a little bit in the pan and some on the toast too. Kerrygold butter. Okay, if you don't do olive oil, whatever. Olive oil in the pan, that fat is not gonna hurt you. We're young. It's going to help produce more testosterone. It's going to make you feel amazing. It's going to give you good skin. Okay? You guys going low on the fats, you're doing it wrong. And if all your fats are you're a vegan and it comes from eating nuts, you're probably doing it wrong too. A lot of those are you're getting too many of the wrong fats. All right. So listen, eat breakfast. Again, 6 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, 2 pieces of whole wheat toast or sourdough toast every morning. Now that's sometimes after my shake. But sometimes here's what I notice. If I do the shake first and I don't eat the breakfast, then my workouts suffer, mental suffer. I feel like something's wrong. What's really wrong, guys, is you're low on glucose. Your glycogen stores are most likely empty from the prior night. You're going to run into that around, say 10, 11. Okay. And now it's when your coffee, you've had coffee on an empty stomach, you're used to doing the fast. Coffee wears off, you get a crash, and boom, you feel like shit. Okay. So not eating breakfast is a great way to start making you have more energy, make you feel better. Trust me. Such a simple fix. I would start doing that every day. Like what better way for your little monkey brain to confirm that you're doing pretty damn good with a warm meal inside of your belly? You know? Like I got a warm meal inside of me, I'm feeling good. It's like we just been out hunting. We were just out hunting and we got a kill. And we're doing good. We don't have to suffer, dude. So feed yourself, man. That's all I gotta say. Easy breakfast. Boom. Next thing. Okay. Video games. Tricky subject. Because I actually believe that video games can inspire you. They can tell you a good story. You can relate to the hero. You can get to go to worlds that you never were in, man. Ghost of Tsushima. I've yet to play it, but guess what? I really want to play it, man. Sekiro. I love that Japanese stuff. I want to go there. I want to fight the big dragons. I want to kill the bosses, dude. I want to get good. Yeah, I don't get to go to Japan right now. I can't. But you can go there in a video game, right? You can have fun. Now, there's video games that don't really tell you any story, such as Call of Duty, unless you play story mode. But listen, what is multiplayer? I get sucked into it too. Sometimes it's like, oh, it's so fun. Yeah, but it's fun because you're doing one firefight after the next, after the next, after the next. There's nothing greater than that. So all you're left is the immediate pleasure, and then once you leave that, you take nothing with you into the real world. That's the problem with those kind of games. They don't exactly enrich you in other ways. So there also is something to be said about sitting there with bad posture, playing a game, and what it does to you. Okay, because it does something to you, man. It does something to you when you sit there for hours, bad posture, and then you're taking in this junk. Like, what does it do to a man that decides to run around as some lesbian with blue hair and shoot people? Like, what's that gonna do to you when you get up from that interaction? You're a lesbian Viking. I'm playing the game as a lesbian Viking. Now I'm gonna get up, go out on the road. Like, what does it do to the man? So you got to be aware of this shit, man. This is just straight up. I'm telling you, something's going on in this generation too, where this is becoming more of like guys are playing as girls. They're taking on the role of the female. I don't know if you noticed this, but I was paying attention to some of the Halloween pictures that were posted this year, and it looked like more than ever guys were dressing as women. They're wearing dresses. They got the Goldilocks little side braids. I'm like, what's going on, dude? What is going on? This isn't normal. This isn't normal. Why the girls aren't dressing up as men? No, guys think it's funny and cute. Oh, put on a dress. No, it's like something's going on, dude. The programming, okay? It's the input. It's deeper than just discipline. It's deeper than just motivation. No, it's the input, dude. The very soul of the people is getting ripped out. We're getting demoralized. You have to fight back against that if you're going to make it. I know a lot of you don't want to play the game. I'm not talking about video. I'm talking about the game of life, right? Because it's not always fun. But you need to fortify yourself so that you can hang in there. Because that's what it is, bro. Back to what I said. It's only about showing up. Time and time again. Just show up. The process. Boom. That's what happens is you stop showing up because you get demoralized. You're letting yourself get demoralized. Okay? Don't get demoralized. Don't let apathy set in. Let's talk about some other ways to do that. So rise above, man. What are some ways that you can and there's going to be a banger at the end. Okay, the main one's at the end, so stay tuned. Uh, Try to avoid getting yourself in debt at a young age. Really, I really mean that. You don't want to take on an expensive car payment. You don't want to take on all of this debt because that feels like a handcuff. It feels like you are like you can't. It feels like you're suffocating. Great way to be demoralized and to just feel stuck. You're gonna end up having to work, to pay off this debt, and it's just gonna feel like every time the bills come in like a damn alien invasion, dude, you're gonna be freaking out. You're gonna be like, your cortisol is gonna be so high and stressed. It's just try to avoid the debt. You don't need a super nice car. You don't need a nice cage right away. You hang out in a little cage, okay? But make it yours, make it minimal. Or the cage that you're in, the house that you're in. Then keep it clean, keep it comfortable for yourself. But don't buy all these little knickknacks and antiques and everything that just weigh you down because you don't want filth. You want to be mobile, man. You want to be able to move. You want to be able to strike. We need to strike. All right? So that's all I'm saying is don't upgrade your life too quickly. I think it was Naval Ravikant that said that. And I remember hearing that resonate with, dude, don't upgrade your life too quick. A giant mistake a lot of guys make. They try to buy a nice car to impress some girl or something, or they spend all their money on like these expensive, really, really expensive things that they just don't need. Okay? Now I'm not saying just don't buy anything. So it feels good to buy. It feels good to tip. It feels good to give your money to something. It feels good to be able to spend to invest, but don't just do it on empty stuff that is to please other people. All right? And that's going to leave you in debt with that burden weighing over your head. So let's go even further. Motivate yourself through stories, through possibly religion. Okay? A lot of you don't want to hear that. That's the way it is, man. This is the fight of your life. You've never had to deal with this before. So get savvy on what you need to do. And understand that you take all the sources you can get. Stories, I really like to read fiction, sci-fi, fantasy. I just started reading Dune. Okay? I've always thought that reading fantasy was great because there's a hero that goes through stuff that you can relate to, like kind of put yourself in that avatar and see how he functions in the world and overcomes problems. It gives you this story of the heroic that we don't actually have these days. And you actually see, if you pay attention to most of the heroes, they're sops, man. They're becoming weak. They're becoming like complaining. The heroes are just weird. I don't like the heroes these days, But that's another talk. But listen, for you guys, if you're going to believe in God, and here's something I tell myself. It's very easy to forget God if you don't make God a habit of acknowledging God, a habit in your life. And so that sometimes takes ritual or it takes other people. And that's why a lot of people go to church with religion. Now, God, man, having God on your side, believing in God, that's a powerful thing, man. Okay, now if you want to solidify that, if you want to make it real, then you need to have ritual. You need to have sacred time. You need that morning, that power hour where maybe you're getting up, you're reading a bit of the Bible or whatever book, the Quran, whatever the Buddhists read, whatever, man, whatever. Okay, but you need some time where you actually make it real. You're reading the scripture, you're remembering some scripture, you're taking time, you're getting down on your knees, you're praying, you're saying, okay, here it is, here's my life. You're showing gratitude. Here's my life. Here's another day. Do I do this all the time? Absolutely not. I'm talking to you guys as a man. I know that this would be a powerful act in my life, so that I can remember, so that I can make that a part of my life, where it's not just me calling on God whenever I think I need Him. That's just that's so weird, But no, to acknowledge God, acknowledge that there's something greater out there that I don't know. Okay. To really make that part of your life, I think you need ritual. I don't really go to church myself, so there's another way where I need that ritual even more if it's going to be something I remember. The stories, though, man. Fill your head with story. They could be the good video games. Give yourself some good video games. Don't make them the main focal point of your life, though. Right? Same thing with the books. The books aren't the focal point, man. It's just here. Like, I'm enjoying that. That's a part of being alive, to enjoy these things. I'm not too worried. I'm more about, dude, we got to keep the morale high. We enter the battle and we keep fighting. We keep showing up. This is going to lead us to the end here, okay? Two things left. Adjust your aim. Adjust your aim. If you can't get motivated for anything, something's up. It's not your dopamine receptors, okay? I'm guarantee you a lot of you are not clinically depressed. Clinically depressed. Life is tough. Some of you are a bit down and sad. But if you're not motivated for anything, dude, think really though, what are you aiming for? What would motivate you? You can have anything. You can have anything in this world. What would really motivate you? Maybe it's not what you've been lied to about. Maybe it's not that giant mansion. Maybe it's not working at I don't know, the corporate at the top. Maybe it's not those things. Maybe it's just freedom. Maybe it's freedom to help your community, to build something in your own time. Maybe it's freedom to learn a new skill, learn a program, learn to code. Maybe it's just freedom that you want, but also duty to something, right? Because without duty, then freedom becomes hedonistic. Really, you just look for ways to do stuff. Now, not everyone, but keep that in mind. Maybe it's not just freedom. Maybe it's something else. You got to get motivated, man. Adjust your aim. Where your sights on. Because you're going to keep moving there. Slowly but surely, you're going to keep moving there. So make it worth aiming at. And if it's not, then just readjust. Scope in, scope out, dude. All right? Readjust. And, well, you got to have people to care for. Not to care about you. Keep that in mind. Not everyone's got to care about you. You need to care about something. You need to care about other humans, or if you don't have that, you need to care about a pet or something. Really believe that. You need something to take care of as a man. That's why we are the way we are. We're testosterone, we're kind of aggressive, we're ready to defend, man. Because we're meant to care for things. Societies, people, animals, husbandry. Like, we're supposed to be the men. Okay, so if you don't have nothing to care about, then it's just reinforcing that you're losing. That you haven't went after anything, that nothing matters. Even more ways to get demoralized. Okay? Lastly, mastery. Seriously. Cannot overstate this. A man needs mastery. And I don't mean mastery over an instrument or some classic thing that you would think to master, such as an instrument, piano or art. But what you need to do is have something in your life that you're getting better at, that is showing you rewards. It's rewarding you. Okay? It's rewarding you. You need to be able to see in your life that you're showing up. Because this is the key, man. If you take anything away, take this. That you're showing up and you're getting better. Because part of the reason you have these bouts of laziness is because of this. You are making self-improvement that thing of mastery, where self-improvement was just the means. Self-improvement were just the things to make you feel good, right? What you want is to introduce a sort of practice into your life that you can show up to almost daily, and you can progress and you can get better. Okay, something that you see where you're nothing now, but then you start learning, you adapt, you become more, you upgrade, boom, you're getting better. Mastery. Okay, I'm not telling you you're going to become a master. It's going to take years, but something that you can get better at. I think if you have that and you keep showing up, the formula is something like this. You find your practice. You find the thing that you can pour your energy into. Okay, then you show up to that over and over and over, and every time you show up, you get better, and that leads to mastery. Okay, and that you want to see the rewards. That's going to make you feel like a winner. That's going to make you feel good up here, man. You're going to feel like you're winning. You're getting better. You're not neglecting it. Right? The reason you just stop, you slack off, is because self-improvement isn't the mastery. Self-improvement is what you do along the journey towards mastery, to be the best at what you're practicing. All right, and if that's hard to understand, well, you just haven't found your mastery yet, man, or that thing yet. So keep looking, keep looking. Maybe that's your work. Maybe it's something you're doing on the side. Maybe it's the side hustle or a sport. It can change throughout your life. Usually, it will. Sometimes you're like, all right, well, I'm done here. I'm gonna move on now. But be new at something. I know you're actually into boxing. That's great, man. Keep going. Keep showing up. Get better. Okay, and just adjust the aim. Guys, I hope this helped, man. This is some thoughts that I'm having. If you would like to contribute to this conversation, please leave a comment down below to help our brother Nick. And that's it, man. I look forward to hearing from you. Guys, if you've ever thought about, hey, I want a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend. Great. You can do that. If you want some help, click this very, very simple video. It should be up here or here. It's my first time doing this. There's going to be a video right here. Click that. Check it out. All right? I think you'll enjoy that. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Peace.